Okay, good evening, everybody. Today is 14 March 2018, and our lecture is Cosmology and Buddhism, Vitimutta Singaha in Pali. Today's lecture is part 11. So, before starting the lecture, we pay respect to the Buddha, saying Namo Tassa in 3 times, please. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Thank you very much. Nice to see all of you. Today's lecture is I will continue about the karma and our life. How to connect. Karma means in Buddhism, karma means an action. Every kind of action in our daily life. Yeah. So that kind of action store the energy in our stream of mind to create new life, new happening. So the Buddha teachings, based on the cause and effect. Everything happen, everything arise because of the causes, many causes. Our body also depend on the various kind of causes, depend on the daily life, daily food, depend on the various kind of, supporting for our body and mind. Without supporting, we cannot survive, isn't it? So cause and effects are always connect. All over the world, in the universe, everything arises because of the various kind of condition, causes. Yeah. So the Buddha explained his teaching is based on that fundamental, rules. Yeah. So today I teach, our lesson is, we learn about the cosmology from the view of Buddha. The Buddha, every living being reborn again and again. Why? The Buddha put the question, why we reborn again and again? There must be cause to reborn. Because of causes, we reborn again and again. Yeah. So if we find the causes, we can stop. No, reborn again and again. Because reborn again and again is like kind of the, suffering because of the every life we depend on a condition. Without condition, even though the lighting, no electricity, we cannot get it in that room. But today, sunny, we can get from sun. But without sun, without electricity, without fire, how we can get the light? So to get the lighting, we depend on a condition. Without the condition to get the lighting, it's kind of the suffering, isn't it? So like this, the Buddha explained is the The Buddha view is not you know, the negative view, not negative view, but the Buddha explaining, if you understand the causes, so you can overcome that situation. Yeah, happen again and again, and totally depend on various kind of condition. So that's kind of the, we say dukkha, suffering. We say in English, suffering is not enough translation, I think. The Pali word is dukkha. We always depend on condition. This is kind, we say suffering. Yeah. So that's why the Buddha explained the life and karma connection. There's a connection. Various kind of life in the universe, including human being. You know, we see the animal kingdom, but we cannot see many different kind of the living being with our naked eye. But the Buddha, the Buddha saw various kind of living being with his, you know, indefinite and unlimited wisdom. His wisdom is a very great wisdom. So he saw various kind of living being. The interesting thing is that the living being, some living being, very strange. They have no mind. Just they have material, but they are living being. Some living being, they has no material, just mind. They have just mind. You can imagine. Huh? So these living beings also in the universe, but we can see these living beings with our eye. Even though on the carpet, very small insect, we can see it. But if we use the microscope, we can see it like this. The Buddha wisdom is very microscopic wisdom. So he can see all living beings in very different way. And then how they born like this, the Buddha saw the causes, the condition to be born like this. Connect each other. So today, I would like to explain that one. So I think you have many Pali words, maybe many Pali words in this lecture. Maybe you have a little bit need to learn. you need to listen my previous lecture on YouTube. Yeah. So in the Kamavachara, meaning is Shakespeare play. Our human being, and then the celestial being. They place many sense of pleasure. Our human being, many sense of pleasure by seeing, by hearing, by smelling, by tasting, by touching, various kind of sensuous pleasure. So that's why we say in Pali is we say kama here. Kama. Yeah, kama means sensual. Yeah. So Kamavachara means mostly that kind of the mind arises in the sensual world. Sensual world. So there's a two kind of the karma action, two kind of action in that place. That place. We say akusala in Pali. Akusala meaning unwholesome. Unwholesome. Akusala. Unwholesome. And another one is a kusala, opposite of akusala. Meaning is no. Kusala means wholesome. So no wholesome meaning unwholesome. Another one is a kusala. Kusala means wholesome. So wholesome karma and wholesome karma. So there are two kind of karmas in the sensual world, sensual plane. And then we divided akusala and wholesome into two kinds. Two kinds. First level is without restlessness. So maybe restlessness is for the beginners very, very difficult to understand. But our mind working with the various kind of the outside information, outside stimulation, by visible object, by various kind of sound, smell, taste, tangible object, and thinking, many things. So our mind working with these many different objects. So mind, unless mind taking one after another various kind of object. So you sitting here, you see me, you hearing my voice, and then you have that touching on the table and chair, and then you touching something. So various kind of object influence your mind. So your mind taking one after another. So that means that nature of mind take one after another, many objects. The more you take, the more your mind take many objects. That means your mind has no rest. No rest. No time to take rest. That means restlessness. So restlessness is destroy all mental power. Many objects, one after another. So there's no concentration, no focus on one object in detail, because no time. Another object coming, so your mind change into different object. So like this, so mind has no rest of time. So that means restlessness means udicca, many, wandering a lot, mind power, mental power going down. There's no mental power. So for example, in your office, you are very busy, various kind of work, but many phone call coming. So what happened? It's too, you say, oh, too busy, I can't take like this. So mind like this, too many objects, so no time to rest. So restlessness, we see. So the first level, the unwholesome mind is we describe 12 kind of unwholesome mind. 8 unwholesome mind are rooted by the greed. That means it's because of greed, craving make unwholesome kind of 8 kind of unwholesome mind. Yeah. And then anger. Another one, anger. Anger-rooted minds, there are 2 kinds. When we are angry, the 2 kind of anger-rooted mind arise in our mind. When we are angry. So anger-rooted minds 2, and then delusion-rooted mind also 2. So delusion-rooted minds, when your mind are very deluded or ignorance. So you have sometimes I can make the right or wrong, make a decision. You have a lot of confusion, or that one right, correct, or this one not correct. This one's right, or this one's wrong. So many things, confusion, doubt. But we say delusion, the Buddha said, delusion with the mind is we don't know about our nature of our body and mind. We don't know about the truth in our body and mind. What is true? What is true? So if you don't understand the truth or the nature of our body and mind, so that we say doubt. When your mind has a lot of doubt, we say that mind is rooted by delusion, the Buddha said. And another one is restlessness. Your mind has a lot of restlessness, so mind has no power to realize the truth. So at that time, the Buddha said that kind of mind also delusion-rooted mind. Yeah. So altogether, 12 kind of mind, we say unwholesome mind. Yes, unwholesome mind. So the 12 unwholesome mind, cannot create the new life. The Buddha said, with the restlessness, the delusion-rooted mind cannot create the new life to get the result of new life. Because no power. But restlessness, I already told you, wondering a lot, too much, wondering a lot. So I give the example, the clear example is there's sunshine, many sunshine on our earth from the sun. But if you want to get the solar power, what we need to do? Various kind of sunshine rays, we need focus on one point in it, isn't it? Focus on one point, so we can get the burning power from the sunshine, sun rays, like this. Our mind spread all different kind of object. Mind has no power. If you focus on one object, your mind automatically has concentration power, absorbing power. So if you learn something very quickly, you can learn. And then you can make the decision. You can right decision. You can do right decision with that mind. If your mind is very powerful with concentration power, isn't it? Even though if you try, you need concentration power. The love of the wandering, if your mind has a love of wandering, so maybe you hit on the road. So many accidents on the road because of the restlessness, no power of mind, no concentration on the present moment. Maybe phone, using the phone, or maybe something doing. Yeah. So restlessness is no power of mind. So that's why restlessness can generate the new life. No power to generate the new life. That's why the first level, the Buddha said, without restlessness. The first level is give the result, relinquishing moment in the next life, in a new life. So relinquishing moment is we need to understand in our life there are 3 moments. Roughly we say there are three moments in the whole our life. First moment is a relinking moment. We say in Pali is a Patisandhi, relink from the previous life and this life, relink. So that's why that moment we say relinking moment. And then the end of the present life, the end of the present life, we say the death moment, Chutti moment. Chutti in Pali is a death moment. So this is the end of the present life, the relinking moment and death moment. Between these two moments, we say dream life moment, very long. Maybe it's depend on our lifespan. We don't know how many years. It's depend on our lifespan. It's depend on our power karma. It's different from each the other. Maybe some person very long lifespan, maybe 90 years old, 100 years old. Yeah. So Stephen Hawking from the United Kingdom this morning, he died. He passed away. I heard from the news. Yeah. They're very, very popular scientist. He passed away. He 76 years or something like this. Yeah. Maybe it depends on the lifespan. We don't know yet. We don't know exactly how many years we will survive. We don't know, but it's depends. Anyway, so we can divide our life in three moments: relinking moment and death moment. Between them, the dream life moment. So the first level, 11 kind of the unwholesome karma give the result. New life. New life means not human life, the very four woeful stages. Four woeful stages is including animal life. Yeah. Animal life, their life is so difficult life, isn't it? To get the food. Yeah. The morning when I'm looking around the temple, very small bird, they search something on the ground, maybe insect, very small insect. But when they look in that kind of the insect, their food, they always looking around like this. Because that meaning is that they afraid from danger. What kind of danger come to them? They always worry. They always worry, not like human being. Human being can very peacefully, no need to be worried about the like the birds. But they search a food. They're looking around. They always stay cautious from danger. That means they always worry. So animal lives very, very difficult. So because of that unwholesome karma generate that kind of life. Nobody create. No. The karma that the bird reborn as an animal because he or she, I don't know, he or she in previous life did the unwholesome karma. Yeah, unwholesome action. So unwholesome actions create the kind of the four woeful stages, very difficult, the life. Yeah. And then the next level is all kind of the unwholesome, akuchala chitta karma. We can take it. So that unwholesome karma can generate the result, many different kind of result in our life. So I already told you three moments. relinging moment and that moment removed. So during life, very long, it depends on individual lifespan. So during life, the 12 kind of unwholesome karma generate various kind of the results. Sometimes we see undesirable object. Sometimes we hear undesirable sound. Maybe, harsh speech to you. Somebody make a harsh speech to you. Like this. We cannot avoid it, isn't it? So that's kind of result from the unwholesome karma. That's why we cannot get the desirable object by seeing, by hearing, by smelling, by tasting, by touching. Sometimes we touching is undesirable, sometimes desirable. So it depends on the karma. Undesirable result we get mostly because of connect with the karma energy. Yeah. But I mean, that kind of theory we need to understand that not only we depend on the past karma, but also in present karma as well. Because karma is action. So action is a present action and past action. Past action, we don't know because different life, not this life, a different life. Maybe many years we forgot. Many years we did that kind of action, we forgot. So we don't know already. But present karma, we will be mindful on that present karma. So that karma, as you need to be select wholesome karma, not unwholesome karma. Yeah. So the Buddha teaching is like this. So karma is a two kind of karma operate in our life. Sometimes we get the result. It's undesirable because that result connect with the maybe previous karma or maybe in this present life, but many years ago maybe it's connect with that result. The Buddha explained here. So the Buddha explained there's no creator. Nobody create our body and mind. We get that body and mind because we already did it, the karma. That's why we are totally different. All are human being. We all are the same human being, but height, color, shape, the nature of the mind. Even though twin, same father and mother, but their feature also same, the twin, but their mind different, isn't it? Why? Because of their karma different. So we need to understand like this. So the Buddha explained like this. So here in detail, in microscopic view, the Buddha said, different moment, the karma keep the result. Yeah, relinging moment, 11 kind of the unwholesome karma keep the result. In during life, 12 kind of unwholesome karma keep the result. Yeah. So that's why in the first one is for the rebirth result. We see rebirth result. Rebirth means relinging at the relinging moment. Relinging moment. The second one is for the result during lifetime. Yeah, during lifetime, maybe that's why in our life, various kind of experience, good or bad. Yeah, it's depend on that. Yeah. So then we divided the 6 sphere wholesome Kamavachara kusala into 3 root superior and 3 root inferior and 2 root superior and 2 root inferior. Oh, last week last lecture we talking about this one. So 3 root inferior is 3 roots. When we perform the action, we have we in our mind we put 3 kind of root. 3 kind of root is non-greed, non-anger, and non-delusion. So these 3 kind of phenomena we say root. Yeah, root. So 3 roots. When we perform a wholesome karma, wholesome action, based on the 3 root, based on mostly based on the 3 root: non-greed, non-anger, non-delusion. But sometimes 3 root, even though 3 root is sometimes superior, sometimes inferior. What different? I already told you, I already explained in the previous lecture. Superior meaning is when we perform the wholesome karma, your mind, very clean. Clean means no impurity in your mind. Kind of if you give the charity, if you give something to the something, your mind maybe someday is, oh, I should give him to that one. But after giving, your mind change. If I give it to him, if I use that one for myself, it's much more better. Your mind change like this. So if you change like this, mind change like this, so your karma is not superior. It's changed into inferior. Yeah. So like this. So the Buddha's view is very, very detailed, microscopic view. Moment by moment changing. Buddha emphasized on that changing. Yeah. In the world, mind so fast, so quick. Just a wink of your eye, many kind of mind arise. So that's why the mind change quickly, and then if you change your mind with the impurity, some kind of impurity, your 3 root wholesome karma change from the superior to inferior. Yeah. So quality a little bit low. Yeah. So the Buddha's differentiate like this. And then 2 root superior and 2 root inferior also. 2 root, sometimes our karma, wholesome karma has 2 root. 2 root meaning is non-greed, non-anger, but no wisdom. Sometimes no wisdom. Just we did something, but we didn't use our wisdom. Sometimes like this. We usually we did something. We did no wisdom. Just only we did. So that's kind of condition. So the wholesome is a 2 roots. 2 root superior, 2 root inferior also. If your mind has impurity, when you're doing with the 2 root condition, some wholesome karma. So that wholesome karma based on the true root, but with some kind of impurity, your mind changing. So that karma change superior to inferior. Yeah. To get the superior karma, we need, after doing the karma, you need to reflect on that again and again. So that one becomes superior also. So I already explained this one. So today I little bit explain that different, we have that kind of different karma we have. So only 3 root wholesome superior can give the 3 root result. 3 root inferior and 2 root superior give the 2 root result. 2 root inferior cannot give even 2 root result because inferior, not superior. So 2 root result, 2 root karma, just only 2 root superior give the 2 root result. 2 root inferior cannot give the 2 root result. The result little bit quality is a little bit low. The result is a root-less result. We say rootless ahituka in Pali. Rootless, no root. No root means when we see something, when we hear something, that result is we say rootless result. That means the moment of seeing, there's no root. Root meaning there are 6 kind of root. Unwholesome root 3, greed, anger, delusion. These 3 roots are for unwholesome karma. For wholesome karma, opposite, non-greed, non-anger, non-delusion. So these are 3 roots for wholesome karma. So rootless means none of them. The result is just only we see, we hear, we smell, we taste, we touch. That's all. So during moment of the time, we has no root. So that's why the Buddha said rootless result. The meaning is in our daily life, whatever seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, that's this rootless result. Yeah. Okay, so this one is already we discussed in the previous lecture. So today we go to the next one. So the next one is we come to the Rūpāvacara and Arūpāvacara. Rūpāvacara is a 5 material war. Rūpāvacara is a 5 material war. 5 material was because of that living being, their body is so subtle. They don't need nutrition, even though they don't need nutrition. They have body, they have mind, but their body, they have no sensitivity. There's no tongue sensitivity. There's no body sensitivity in that place. That living being exists in the universe. So we say Rūpāvacara, 5 material living being in the 5 material place, and then Rūpāvacara. Rūpa is a material. So means a no. So another place is Arūpa, no material, just only mind in that place. So in that place, there's a living being, just only mind, no material. So you cannot see with your eye that living being, because just only mind. Anyway, so we need to investigate in those places. What kind of action, karma, generate the result, new life in those places, in the different living beings. So, to get that place, we need special mental power. Practice meditation. Practice meditation is jhana. We say jhana. And jhana is a very strong concentration power. Yeah, by practicing meditation, if you get a very strong concentration power, we say jhana. In Pali, jhana. So jhana is a kind of the quality of mind with the very strong concentration power. So the jhana is a different level. First jhana, we say second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, fifth jhana. We can classify into 5 levels. The concentration power level, 5 levels. So according to that level, that karma create the new life in different place. Yeah. So according to the Buddha teaching, you are creator. You are yourself your creator. You create everything for you and for your surrounding. Yeah. So the first jhana, the concentration level, first level, also has an inferior degree, median degree, and superior degree. So the jhana is the concentration level is there's a 5 level. So when you practice to attain that kind of different level, can be developed in 3 ways, 3 different ways. Inferior or limited mean here, limited degree mean a person just got the jhana, concentration power, just got, and then he did not use again, and he did not practice again. Just you attain, put it aside. No more practice. So that kind of jhana, we say inferior or limited degree. Understand? Yeah. And then, so that kind of the jhana, concentration power, is called limited development, we say. Limited. Because of no more practice and no more increase of the quality of the concentration. Yeah. And then of the median development median degree the person, he or she enter into the jhana, that means attain the concentration power more often, but it's not fully adopted into entering the jhana and getting out of the jhana. That means he attain the jhana and practice, but not the very supreme level. Just practice. That means not quickly attain the jhana, concentration power, and out of the concentration power. It's a very different. At the Buddha time, there's a story. The many monks that make the assembly. Make an assembly. So the dragon. The dragon is come to see the monk at the time. So at the moment in the sky, the kind of the bird saw the dragon, and then that bird trying to catch and then trying to eat. So very short moment. So all 500 monks, they see that situation, but they cannot stop the bird not to catch the dragon. But more than one monk, he has a very strong, concentration power, and he practiced well. Supreme concentration power. So he can create that, Jhāna power, with the concentration power. He stopped, he created the cave over the dragon. So the bird cannot see it and cannot catch it at that time. The other monk, they had that concentration power, but they are not practiced well to create it quickly, the power with the power, concentration power, because of their practice not very well. Just they practice, but not very well. So like this. So the medium level is practice again, but maybe regularly, or maybe one often, not too much. So that kind of the situation we say is a medium level. So that meaning is that he not fully familiar with the concentration power, although he has attained a Jhāna, concentration power. So we need to understand like this. Okay? And superior. Superior means he's very adept at using the Jhāna, concentration power, so he can enter into the Jhāna at any time that he want to. And he can get out of the Jhāna at any time he want to. Yeah. So if do you have experience or not, I don't know, maybe if you practice meditation, the hour you made the determination, I want to practice the meditation 2 hours. If you make your well before practice inside meditation, and then you practice, your mind automatically stop at the right time of 2 hours. You can imagine. But it cannot get easily. You need practice again and again to get this very strong concentration power. So no need alarm. Just 2 hours, you get out of the meditation easily. Yeah. So like this, concentration power also like this. Yeah. You can imagine the mind with the concentration power. If you before very many time practice, just beginner, half an hour practice meditation, very difficult. You think it's too long. But if you have a strong concentration power, half an hour, just few seconds. Change. Yeah. But time is only half an hour. How long do you change? The change is your psychic power, concentration power. Yeah, you can change with the concentration like this. So superior is like this in practice. So the first Jhāna, develop the limited way, you can get the result in the first Brahma plane. We see Brahma. Brahma is a 5 material living being. Brahma is a kind of living being. They have a 5 material. 5 material means their body no need nutrition. I mean nutrition from food. They have mundane nutrition. They can survive only with the mundane nutrition. You can imagine. No need food, no need nutrition from food. So that's why nowadays the NASA, they go to the travel in the universe, planet from one planet to another in the space. Then they made special nutrition for the human being. In that universe, there are many different living beings. They don't need nutrition from food. Only they can survive, their body can survive with the mundane nutrition. Amazing. So the Buddha understands that condition. With that condition, various kind of living being in the universe. 2006 years ago, the Buddha already know that and mentioned. Not only knowing, but also connect how survive that kind of living being in the universe. Yeah. So here, the Brahma plane, Brahma retinue is a kind of the Brahma Purohita, we say in Pali, the kind of the retinue, kind of the servant for the Brahma. And then the result in the form of the first jhana resident. First jhana resident consciousness. It's developed in the medium way. Medium way is the same chitta. Chitta means a core or mind, consciousness. Consciousness or mind. Same, but that place is different because of the mental input. When you try to attain the jhana, concentration power, so medium level, so input, mental input is medium level, so the result get the medium level. So that same mind rise in the second place, second ring. So we say Brahma minister. Brahma minister. Brahma Paradisa, Brahma Purohita, we say Purohita, Brahma Purohita. And then if the development is a superior, the concentration power is superior. So the same mind, but the same mind, the same karma give the result in the Maha Brahma. Maha Brahma, great Brahma. Maha meaning great, great Brahma. So like this, we already learned this one. So first jhana, 3 different persons, 3 different living beings, great Brahma, minister of Brahma, and then retinue of the Brahma, 3 different living beings. But the condition or the cause is same cause. Same meaning is the first jhana, first power concentration. But when you practice to attain the first jhana, mental input different. So the mental input difference, a minor degree, is your mental input's minor degree. You get the result in here. The mental input is a median, you get the result here. The mental input is a very highest degree, superior, you get the result here, like this. So cause and effect, the Buddha in detail, the Buddha explained. Yeah. So that meaning is that when we perform the wholesome karma, mental input is very important. That's why we get the result, even though we are born as a human being in the human world, but different. We are different, isn't it? We are not the same. Because when we perform the karma, wholesome karma, our mental input are different. Like a minor degree, like a medium degree, like a highest degree, maybe. Because of these different causes, we get the result in different. Yeah. Okay, so the same. Second jhana, again, you may be developed in limited, medium, and superior way. So keep the result in those places of the minor luster, the ring of the indefinite luster, and the ring of the radiant luster. So this is the name of the place in the five material world. The Buddha kept the name. Yeah. In the form of the second jhana, Vipaka. So Vipaka is in Pali words, another Pali words. Maybe you don't know. Vipaka is a result, resultant. Yeah, Vipaka here. And then that jhana. The that jhana or the fivefold method. Fivefold method is when we learn in the first chapter about the consciousness, we learn the jhana is there as fivefold jhana. But here in this chapter, the Buddha explained in a fourfold way, not fivefold way. The jhana is a fourfold way. So we need to understand the third jhana and the fourth jhana. So second jhana and third jhana keep the same result. Same result. So that's why that jhana or the fivefold method of the reckoning arise in those places also. Those places meaning is minor luster, infinite luster, and then radiant luster. Yeah. And also the fourth jhana also developed in the limited degree, medium degree, and the superior degree in many different ways. So according to that causes, the result is a minor order, infinite order, or the radiant order. So like this here, second and third jhana. In the minor degree, according to the median degree, according to the highest degree, when you put mental input is different, so the result is different. The chord of the radiant luster, the chord of infinite luster, the chord of the minor luster, like this. So maybe we are familiar with the fivefold method. Fivefold method of the dividing jhana, but the rings or place for jhana are divided according to the fourfold method. So we need to understand both the second jhana and third jhana of the fivefold method give the result in the second jhana rings. Second jhana place, same. Yeah, third jhana and second jhana and third jhana give the result, same result. Okay. The fourth jhana give another different rings, and the fifth jhana. The fifth jhana, there's no variation in fifth jhana, so it's just normal. So fifth jhana reside in the place of the great reward. We say in Pali, so we have phala, 5 material, another 5 material rings. We have phalas. So the resident consciousness is a fifth jhana consciousness. So here, like this, fourth jhana. So fourth jhana is the highest degree, median degree, minor degree. According to that way, the result different. The fifth jhana is more. Fifth jhana is more result. Not only 3, because the pure Buddha, Sudhavasa, for the special noble person. So that place 5. So altogether 5 and 3, so 8. Altogether 8. So the living being or celestial being or God without consciousness, without mind, because of the fifth jhana. Yeah. Because of the fifth jhana. So the people think that because we have mind, we suffer. Mostly they think like this. Because we have mind, that's why we suffer. If we don't have mind, like the tree has no mind, tree has only material. So if you put on fire the tree had no suffering because the tree has no mind. So mostly people think like this and then practice meditation to attain the fifth jhana. So they kept the result. So after getting the fifth jhana, they developed with the dispassion for the mind because they don't want mind. They think mind is not good for us. Because of mind, many suffering we have. So that's why they reject the mind and practice meditation, and they attain the fifth jhana. So after fifth jhana, they get the result is according to their will, according to their aspiration, according to their mind. They has no mind. They has only body. They has only body, meaning that they have only material, like statue, like a statue, like the tree. But the tree is not living being, isn't it? Tree is just material. But that kind of living being, we say that kind of, we say living being, even though there's no mind, just material. But the result is because of their mental power, concentration power. Yeah. So you can imagine, if you don't know the truth, to free from the suffering, you should go. You may go in that way. It's not right way. It's not free from suffering, isn't it? Because when they die, they're reborn again, and they get the material and mind. Because of the power, the concentration power gone, left. This concentration power is just kind of limited time. After giving the result in the limited time, their power gone. So after that, they were reborn in a different place with body and mind. So they will also suffer. So not free from the suffering, isn't it? The right way is both. Material also causes suffering, not only mind. Mind and material both are cause of suffering. Why? Why? Because our body, our mind, always depend on the required condition. Without required condition, nothing right. You will die quickly, like this. That's why I already give the reason. Right now, you see me. To see me, you need at least 4 required conditions. At least. These 4 required conditions make to see me. If you remove these 4 required conditions, you have no ability to see. Could you agree with me? What are they? What are these required conditions? Your eye, first condition. We need to see me, isn't it? If your eye is not good, maybe some problem, you cannot see me, isn't it? So one condition, your eye. Eye means eye sensitivity. And then another condition is an object, visible object. If I'm not here, you cannot see me. If I am not here, isn't it? So another one is a visible object. There's no visible object, you cannot see something. It's the second condition. But these conditions is not enough to see. Another condition we need, light. Yeah, light. Without light, in the darkness, I'm here, you here. In the darkness, totally dark. Could you see me? No. So to see something, we depend on the light condition as well, isn't it? There's no light, no seeing. So we got 3 conditions, but not enough. With these 3 conditions supported us, but we cannot see. Sometimes in front of you, many people pass through, but you thinking deeply something, thinking. You cannot see all of them because no attention at that time. So attention also another required condition we need. So that's why to see something, we think, oh, I have ability to see, but to see something always depend on these 4 required conditions. If you take off these 4 required conditions, you cannot see, never ever. So that meaning is to see something, we always depend on these conditions. This is kind of the suffering. So the Buddha suffering is like this. Buddha suffering is not if you want to eat something but there's no food, that kind of suffering is not. This is a generally we say suffering. It's everybody understand that kind of suffering. But the Buddha suffering, dukkha satya, the truth of suffering is not like that. The truth of suffering is dukkha satya is we always totally depend on the required condition. Our body, our mind, both. That's why body and mind causes to suffer at any life, good life or bad life, rich or poor, very high class person or very low class person, whatever, whoever who has a body and mind, they suffer because their body and mind totally depend on the required condition. Without required condition, body and mind cannot survive, cannot continue to rise. That meaning. Very, very subtle, very detailed, what the Buddha say, the truth of suffering, dukkha satya in Pali. So to understand the truth, that kind of truth, we need meditation. Inside wisdom, easily understand that kind of suffering. Every moment, every present moment, if you focus on your body and mind, so body and mind arises, depend on condition, rises and disappear. Another new one coming up, disappear, depend on condition. Every moment like this, you cannot control, you cannot command it, isn't it? You cannot command the light, but you can search the required condition to get the light. Just only we can do it. But we cannot control the light. I mean, the light means life. The nature of life is give the luminous thing. So we search for the required condition. We can do it. But every phenomena in the universe, including in our body and mind, we cannot control it. We cannot command it. I mean, every phenomenon, like your car, every machinery parts working together to drive on the road. But you cannot control every machine part. They need their required condition. Even though very small screw need required condition to work properly, isn't it? Even though the small screw broken, your car cannot move even though 1 inch. So we need to understand like that. Don't be confused about that. It's very subtle, the teaching of Buddha about this suffering. First, noble truth, the truth of suffering. Yeah. So that's why, if you don't understand in that way, our mind has a different view, or like this, that people think, oh, because of mind, we suffer. If there's no mind, we were free from suffering. They think like this. But no. So anyway, I explain a little bit more detail. So the fifth jhana, we say in the sanya does not just mean here possession here. Sanya means a Pali word is possession. The kind of the manifest, working with mind. Here, asanya satta, asanya means no possession. Satta means a living being. The Buddha said that living being, asanya satta. Asanya means no. Sanya means a possession. Possession kind of the memory. But here, not only possession, including the mind. So the whole mind and manifest. The meaning is, there's no mind and manifest. So the possession here is all fetters mind. You need to understand like this. So asinya satta means, if you don't understand, you may get the wrong definition. Or asinya means no sinya, just no sinyas. You will get the wrong definition. What the Buddha said. So in the Pali words, we need to understand like this. Just only the what by what definition. Sometimes we get the wrong information what the Buddha cared. So be careful. Yeah. Be careful. Here, asinya satta means including all kind of manifestors and mind. So anyway, when we practice meditation, when they practice, that person practice meditation, mind is discussing because they don't like mind. Mind discussing, and they practice like this. So finally they attain a jhana, fifth jhana, and according to their mind, that result is no mind. The result is just only material. They're born as a statue. So as a result of that concentration, the jhana, when they die, they reborn in that place, non-percipient being or mindless being. We say mindless being. Yeah. Okay, so at the moment rebirth, there are only material property for their body. Only material property. So it is said in the commentary, explained in detail, they are reborn there like the statue in the same position. When they die, on the sitting position, they reborn in there like a sitting position. Because no mind, they cannot move. Just statue, sitting position. When they practice meditation, walking meditation, and then they die in walking meditation, they reborn in the standing position like this. Yeah. So if they die lying down and practice meditation lying down, and then they die, they reborn as a lying down position like this.
Same face.
Yeah. Oh no, not same face. Because in five material world, there was a five material. So material, very different, totally different. Our body need daily food, nutrition. So our body is very rough. So their body is so subtle, totally different, not the same. So like this, so their lifespan is too long, 500 kappa. We already discussed about the kappa. 500 kappa is so long lifespan. Yeah. Because of the power concentration. Yeah. Anyway, we will go to the next one. There's a fifth jhana of the non-returner, anagami. So the third noble person. In the Buddhism, we say anagami in Pali. So non-returner means no return to the sensual world. They reborn in the five material world, immaterial world. Finally, they free from the cycle of life. So anagami reborn in the pure abode only. Pure abode means sodawasa. Soda means pure. Sodawasa means soda awasa. Awasa is a place to live. So in English, we say pure abode. Pure abode means that place very pure because only anagami that noble person reborn in there. The other person, Sotapanna, Sakadagami, no. It's not possible to reborn there. So their place so pure. Only noble person, that noble person, and fourth noble person, Arahant as well. So there's a base of the infinite space. So the another upgraded concentration power. If you want, you need the infinite space. I already told you. When you practice a jhana, concentration power, the meditation object we need, kind of the various kind of meditation object. So that object in your mind always stay. If you remove that object, you will get a hollow. Hollow meaning is infinite space. Yeah. By the power of mind. You cannot do with the normal mind. Yeah. So that's we say infinite space. That's the first Arūpāvacara Jhāna, immaterial Jhāna. Yeah. So infinite space, there's no in space, no material. Space are kind of the hollow, nothing. So it's another kind of the Jhāna from upgrade from the fifth Jhāna. So it gives the result in the infinite space ring. So in those ring, in those places, immaterial ring, the living being, they has no material. They had, that means they had no body. Just only mind. They live. Because of the concentration power is too strong, the highest. So the resident consciousness is the first Arūpāvacara consciousness. We say immaterial resident consciousness. And then second one is infinite consciousness. The third one is nothingness. Yeah. So nothingness is maybe something, they think like this, nothingness. Nothingness, the great one, they think like this. But nothingness here, not the best one. Just only the very, very strong concentration power. Your mind is so subtle. I already told you the fourth jhana and fifth jhana person, they have no breath. Stop breath at the time. Yeah, no, not jhana. It's a practice inside meditation, vipassana. Inside meditation, they prove that science, they proved already. The heartbeat slow down. You know that. Heartbeat slow down. When you practice meditation with the concentration power, your heartbeat normally slow down. And then the breathe in and out also a little bit subtle. So very strong concentration power, more and more subtle, and then nearly nothingness. That means nothingness means something. There's something, but very subtle. So they say nothingness. like and I have a little water. So if you want, ask me, oh, please give me drinking water. So I say, oh, I have no water, but there's little. that amount is not suitable to drink. That's why I answer you, oh, I have no water to drink. Like this. Nothingness means like this. So we need to understand. But if you don't understand about the nothingness, or you think, oh, there's nothing, it's a wrong understanding, misunderstanding. Yeah. So be careful. And then the fourth one is neither possession or non-possession. So that one also more higher than the third one. So neither possession nor non-possession means more subtle. So that one, your mind has nothing to perceive. Not only perceive, just maybe you think, oh, there's no mind at the moment. Huh? Yeah, even though when we practice Vipassana inside meditation, sometimes we feel like this. Sometimes our body disappears. So at the time, we surprised what happened. Because only we think our body, we think, oh, there's my body. But, concentration power and practice again and again, and more concentration power, sometimes our body disappears. We have no things such. We search, oh, where's my body? And then we're afraid like this, in first experience. Yeah. So like this. Yeah. So the result in the respected Rūpāvacara immaterial ring. So they kept the result just only Prasada mind and manifest, no material in that place. So you can imagine, our mind is so powerful, the result, amazing, different result we get. Yeah. But in those places, they are not free from suffering because they have mind. So their mind depends on a required condition, isn't it? Always their mind depends on required condition to arise continuously, non-stop, continuously arising, very long lifespan in that place. So continuously, if the mind consciousness arise, we need many, every moment we need required condition. So you can imagine, depend on the required condition, how we suffer. Even for example, I cannot move my body, so I lie down on the bed and I totally depend on the other person to eat, to cleaning my body, and the other thing to do something. So you can imagine what happened. It's kind of suffering, isn't it? Because I totally depend on the other person. I can't do myself anything like this. Body and mind, we have required condition we need. So we are totally dependent on that required condition. Without these conditions, we cannot survive. We cannot continue. That is suffering. Yeah. So that's why, even though we reach that place and we attain the fifth jhana, very highest concentration power, but we still have the mind. So that person, that in that place, they are not free from suffering. Yeah. Okay, so we need to understand like this. According to Buddhism, for the common person, if we reborn in that place, it's not good. Because we have no chance to upgrade our mental power. Because we have no body, we have no eye, we have no ear. So we cannot learn how to develop our mind. To learn, we need eye, we need ear, at least two. Without ear, without eye, how we can learn to develop our mind, understand. That's why the Buddha didn't recommend to reborn there as a common person. No. Noble person, okay. For noble person, okay. But common person, no way to upgrade your mental power. No chance to practice meditation accordingly. But no, for noble person, they know Eightfold Noble Path. They know Eightfold Noble Path means that they know the way how to practice meditation. They don't need information because they know it already. So that's why for a noble person in that place, it's good. They can practice meditation in there. And then they can upgrade their mind and free from the cycle of life. Yeah. Okay, so, I will go to the, next one is a little bit more the previous one, explain it. 16 Rasa Kamavachara Kusala. We have as sensual wholesome. Rasa is a 16. 16 is 8 from the Ayatuka roulettes. Ayatuka means roulettes, 8 from in our June life. And then 8 from the Kamavachara, Sayatuka, Vipaka. That is we reborn in a different sensual world. So the result and the call, the result, so we need to analyze like this. 16 kind of result we have. Yeah. So 8 from Ayatuka is ruleless result is we just seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, testing, and touching, like this. But the 8 from the Kamavachara side to Vipaka, the sense sphere with root, Rasadama is we are reborn as a human being, we are reborn as a celestial being, different level. Yeah. Okay. So we need to understand like this. But the Rūpāvacara, Arūpāvacara, 5 material, immaterial is no different like this. So here I would like to explain some different view. According to the teacher, different teacher has a different view. So I would like to say here, there are some teachers who say that the unprompted does not produce a prompted result. Prompted meaning is, the sasankarika, asankarika, we already learned about it. When we perform the wholesome karma, the wholesome consciousness, not the same. It depends on different conditions, the wholesome consciousness different. Sometimes our mind is so strong. The other person no need encouragement from the other person. Sometimes our mind is so powerless. So at the time, to do wholesome karma, wholesome action, we need encouragement from the other. Oh, you should do, that is good. You should do. This is a very precious time to do that kind of thing. Let's like this. So other person encourage to you, so you do that one. So that wholesome karma is unprompted. Prompted because of the other person make encouragement to you. But sometimes our mind is so strong, so no need encouragement from the other. So at that condition, we say unprompted mind. So the Buddha, the Buddha analysis mind is very detailed, very, very detailed, moment by moment, changing the condition, focus. Buddha focus on that and explain the difference of the wholesome karma. Yeah. So we need to understand like that. So the unprompted meaning is like this. You don't need the encouragement from the other. We say unprompted. So if you did the wholesome karma with that condition, no need encouragement, too strong mental power. So the result will give the result same, unprompted result, very strong mind with very reborn, very strong mind. That's why human being, reborn human being, many, but mind different. Somebody, their mind so strong. Somebody, their mind so weak. So the difference is when we perform, how much mental input we made. So mental input means like this, unprompted or prompted. So unprompted mind produce unprompted result. Unprompted mind never ever produce a prompted result. Yeah, we need to understand like that. So, and in the same way, prompted action, karma, do not produce unprompted result as well, because the condition is different. So prompted action means that we need encouragement from the other. That means our mind not too strong to make action. So at that time, you need other people encouragement. So that condition of mind, we create a karma. So the karma generate the result. The result also prompted result. Not too strong mind. We reborn, not too strong mind. We need encouragement from the other. Yeah. So that's very, very important. So yeah. So that result will be different. There's some person saying thing, seeing, some person at the Buddha time, the king, the king visit to the garden. That garden is a special garden only for king. So the king entered to his garden. So entrance of the garden, there's a mango tree. At the time, many mango, very beautiful, and a very, taste, smell and taste very good. Smell and taste. Many mango fruit, but nobody cannot take it because they're owned by the king. So the king saw that mango tree and he wanted to eat, and he ordered his servant to give him, and he eat. After he eat, he go into the garden. So the many follower, after king eating, the many follower take and eat because of very good taste and smell. They want to eat, but before taking the king, they cannot. They cannot, please. That's why after eating, king eating, they eat. So many follower, they trying to get the good one. So the branch and the leaf all are destroyed. No more fruit, no branches, and no leaf. So when the king left the garden, he saw before and after different. He saw. And then that image, his mind very strong. That image has changed his mind. Oh, look at this tree. Look at me. From the outside to his position. He looked at his position. I have a lot of luxury things, and I have a lot of properties. Like many enemies, like the tree destroyed, like this. Who can predict what is not happen? Who can give the insurance not to happen like this? So he doesn't want to go back to the palace. He go to the forest as an ascetic monk. He became a Pichika Buddha after that. So we, although we seen like this many times. In this country, in 4 seasons, all leaf, fall and no leaf, every tree, mostly trees, no leaf, and just one branch. We saw that kind of impermanent nature. We saw many times, isn't it? But that impressed not too much. Try to that way, not to go that way. Totally different from mind of the king and mind of us. Because that king, very strong mind. That object right like this, he changed his mind. He tried to search the truth like this. So different person, different mind. That's why same object, impression is different. So that's here. The teacher, some teacher has a reason. They gave was an image in the mirror must be exactly the same as the person. They give the reason. The reason is a person in front of the mirror. So the image in the mirror should be the same as the person. So like this. If you perform the karma, the karma generate the result also should be same. Prompted karma, prompted result. Unprompted karma, unprompted result. Should be similar. Like the mirror, in front of the mirror, the person, and then image, same, similar. So the person image must be exact in the same way. It is true for the karma and its result. They must be the same. It is some teacher, their view, like this. So that meaning is prompted where only give the prompted result. Unprompted karma will give the result, unprompted result. This is their opinion. Some teachers' opinion. But some teacher, they didn't agree that way. Buddhism is a very, open mind. We can. So some teacher, they have different view. Yeah. This view is not accepted by many teachers. Their reason is a good reason. The mirror in front of the mirror person and in the mirror, the image in the mirror should be same, exactly same. But the view, that reason is not enough to accept. So that's why the many teachers, they don't like it. And because the relinquishing consciousness, patisani citta, being prompted and unprompted, it doesn't depend on the karma being prompted or unprompted. Why? We need to think. We need to think it, because our life before this life, previous life, the final moment, the last moment, very important to connect this life. Very, very important. Previous life, last moment, and connect this life. Very important. So in the last moment of the previous life, the other many teachers, they consider in that situation. Because our new life influenced the last moment, strongly influenced. Depend on the last moment, last thought moment, we reborn in a different place. Yeah, that's why. So it depends on how the karma and the karma nimitta or gati nimitta is present to the mind of the dying person. So dying person means that it's going to die, very near to die. So that person in the mind, even though maybe coma, that person, the doctors say, or that person got a coma, there's no more life, because cannot respond properly, isn't it, at the time? But there is a mind in that body, not dying yet. But they say the coma is not come back again as a normal. But there's a mind. So their mind cannot respond as a normal person. When they see, when they hear, they cannot respond. Just only their mind has only three kind of object: karma, karma nimitta, or gati nimitta. That one I will explain next week about the nature or the process of that consciousness. We need to learn in detail. But here I already explained that mind, the last moment, thought consciousness, in the last moment, very nearly to die, there's three different objects. Not usually we, in our daily life objects, various kind of objects we have. But at the time, even though coma, his mind and that's mind objects, these three objects: karma, karma nimitta, or gati nimitta. Karma means we already perform many actions. So that action again appear automatically at the time. You don't need to thinking. You don't need thinking. Even though you cannot think, that kind of karma is set present again at the last moment. And then the karma nimitta is why you perform that kind of action. Maybe you have the instrument. Maybe you have the instrument. Maybe if you kill the animal with the knife, so the knife is instrument. At the time, that kind of unwholesome action, if you did, last moment, maybe that karma nimitta, the knife, appear again. You don't need thinking that one. Automatically appear that one. Very strange. Our minds, very, very strange. And then gati nimitta. Gati means destination. Somebody, they saw the destination where they reborn. Yeah. But at the time, nobody can say, mostly can say, I can see what kind of nimitta or what kind of. Most because last moment our body is so weak, our mind so weak, because nearly nearly to die. So, anyway, at the last moment, we have only three kind of objects in our mind. Maybe one of them, not all. One of them, maybe karma, maybe karma nimitta, maybe gati nimitta. Yeah. So, if these three are present simultaneously, one of them, maybe not three, one of them, without the intervention of the another person, is that condition also might happen. No need to intervention, automatically appear. But another condition might happen is your friends tell you again, oh, at the time, what kind of action you did, we together perform like this. If your friends telling about that, so maybe you and that object appear again in your mind. So it's another condition. So the two different kind of conditions, encouraged by the other person or automatically appear. Automatically appear means unprompted mind, unprompted karma. With the encouragement or intervention of the other person, that karma is a prompted karma, prompted mind. So it's depends on that situation. The result in the new life we will get. So many teachers, they agree in that way. they disagree first teacher, group of the teacher. So in this case, there's two different views, two group. There are two groups in different way. So maybe I think it's very complicated for you. Yeah. Because very detailed, microscopic view, the Buddha explained. Yeah, moment by moment, the Buddha explained. So that moment is not too long, just telling. So if you hear, you can remember that situation already you have done. Very, very fast. Yeah. So moment by moment, the Buddha explained. Yeah, so that's why we are very impressed the teaching of Buddha. Very detailed. Okay, so if one of these three or one of them appear to the dying person with the help of the relative or friends or so on, etc., then the relinquishing consciousness become prompted because the help of the relative, the help of the friend. And the being prompted or unprompted of the relinquishing consciousness, so does not depend on karma being prompted or unprompted. One he performed. Last moment is important. So according to those teachers, the result may be different from the first teacher group. So unprompted can give the unprompted result, and prompted can only give the prompted result according to the sun teacher. So there are first superior, first inferior, second superior, second inferior, third superior, third inferior, and so on. Many 8 different kind of wholesome. Yeah. So like this. First superior and first inferior are unprompted. No need intervention of the other, no need encouragement of the other. So we say unprompted. First superior and first inferior. That one is with the pleasant feeling, with wisdom and proud. And second two are also prouded. Prouded means with the as pleasant feeling, with wisdom, but prouded. Yeah, satsingkarika, prouded. So there are two with the pleasant feeling and then with the neutral feeling as well. So feeling is different. So that's one, two. And the next two are unprouded also. The next two is number 5 and 6. Number 5 and number 6. So like this. So we analyze the 8 different kind of the wholesome karma. So the first one, 3 root superior consciousness, give the result 1 to 8. The Kamavachara Sopana Vipaka is sincere, beautiful, resident mind according to the general view. General view means first teacher group view. First teacher group view is like this. But according to the second teacher group view, it's not like this. More complicated. Saying it is unprounded, it can only give the unprounded result. Not all, 1 to 8. No. Therefore, according to the second group of teacher, it gives rise to number 1, number 3, number 5, number 7 of the sincere, beautiful resident mind. I think here we have the 8 different kinds of the resident mind in our next slide. A new life in the first moment of life. Yeah, one of them. So number 1, so number 1 is unprounded, number 3 unprounded, number 5 unprounded, number 7 unprounded. You see? Yeah. So unprounded karma give the result, these result, unprounded results only. Understand? Yeah. Very, very detailed, the Buddha said. So if we try to perform the wholesome karma, we need to be careful. We need to be mindful. Should be unprounded. Should be wisdom. Yeah. To keep the results more strong. Yeah. Okay. So then the first 3 root inferior, Kamavachara Sopana Chitta, can only give the 2 root result. Inferior is not superior, so that's why even though 3 root cause, the result is only 2 root result. Yeah, we already discussed about that. So that is a number 3, 4, 7, and 8 result. But it is unprounded. So according to the second group teacher's view, it is just give number 3 and number 7 result, not all. Because unprounded is only unprounded result. So I think like this, so you can look at the lecture notes. So I think it's easy to understand. I don't need to explain in detail that one because already 7 o'clock. So I will stop here. So next week, next lecture, I will explain about the death consciousness, process of death consciousness. Very important. To connect the next slide, the death process of death consciousness is very, very important. what happened, how. If we understand the process of that consciousness in detail, we can prepare what should we do. Yeah. And then we also understand more and more in detail about the new life. And then this life on connect. Okay. So thank you very much for your listening. Thank you. So before they stop the lecture, we wish the Buddha teaching staying longer and longer in the universe. So the teaching, the Buddha teaching, give us the benefit to upgrade our mind to free from suffering. So that's why we wish Buddha Sasanam Chiran Ditatu in 3 times in Pali. Buddha Sasanam Chiran Ditatu. Buddha Sasanam Chiran Ditatu. Buddha Sasanam Chiran Ditatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much. Thank you for your watching.